I think we'll go ahead and get started on the RDC meeting, please. And we're going to try to fast track a couple of things. We do have a quorum with Julie here, and the others are gone. And Julie's got, quite frankly, a funeral to head to here fairly quickly. So we'll go ahead and get started. And the minutes were distributed last Friday, and I hope people had a chance to take a look at them. I did. Any questions or a motion to approve? Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. I don't know if we have any new business today. None? Okay. With that, I think we'll just skip down and do claims while we have enough people here. The other couple of things with staff reports really don't need a vote, as I recall, DT. So we'll go ahead and do claims now. And then, Julie, I think you can take off if you need to. So we'll go ahead and do the claims. We did have Lori, and I think people know that unfortunately Lori had an unexpected death, so our prayers are with her. But the claims were distributed. The total, and again, we looked at it two different ways for what I call our normal type of claims. Ended up, Tom, I'm a little confused on which ones I'm looking at here. There's the August totals. These and these.
I think she's it. So these are that's from the minutes.
So these are your new ones.
Yeah, so these are your new
All
ones.
right, thank you for clarifying that. Okay, for our claims this time, we have, again, two different parts of it because we break out the water main. We have just under $10,000, which is what I consider our normal business, which includes DT's firm for $710, Jeff's financial for $2,328, and then Lockmuller $6,791.88. And then the website management for $118.75, which is a total of $9,949.88. And then the water main portion for Lockmuir is an additional $8,052.50.
Move to approve the 2 claims.
Okay, we have. Second. Okay, a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, yeah. So with that, we'll go ahead and go back to some of the staff reports. So Jeff Peters is on. Jeff, you have some things to discuss today?
Yeah, just a couple items to tell you what we're working on up to date with. The TIF neutralizations that have to be done annually. They have been prepared and they're with the auditor at this point. We did start updating your quarterly report, but have waited to investigate some of the first half collections for the old Newcore Road area. Were a lot higher than we expected, and were higher than what we would anticipate after seeing the abstract of billings. So we're investigating that with the auditor, and we want to understand that better before we issue you that quarterly report for the first half of the year. Temper personal property, I think we had talked about this previously. Those amounts seem to be way down based on what they told us and what the abatement schedule was set up for when Temper originally came to Montgomery County. We've been talking to the assessor. The assessor has now heard back from Temper, and they agree that they are going to amend their personal property tax return, and there should be additional value that will be added in and taxed and collected by the RDC. So as we get updates from the assessor, we will update you in that regard. And the last thing that we're working with Dan Taylor and Ice Miller and Kevin Chestnut and Tom Klein, is the Newcore abatements. And that's all I have. Any questions for me?
Doesn't appear so, JP, so thank you.
Thank you.
We'll next move into Ryan and some of the engineering reports. Saw some good news out there, Ryan, with getting the water line commission. So please let us know what's going on now. Thank you.
Yeah, so on the water line project, Grade X is currently working on the finalized testing of it. So making sure all the bacteria tests and the pressure tests pass. Currently, we are anticipating the water line to be complete by 8/25, the week of 8/25, so the end of the month, it should be all complete and active. So that's good news. We'll still have some of the punch list items like finishing up the grading and the seeding and that kind of stuff. But the water line will be up and running, so that's good news. The next project on my list here is the Newcore Road intersection improvement project that includes the overpass of 136. We have the public hearing for that tomorrow in the room that you guys are currently sitting in. So that'll be tomorrow evening. So if anybody wants to make it, or if anybody would like to know more about the project, we'll have a great big presentation on it, and some boards and stuff for everybody to come and ask their questions. And then the last project on my list here, I know it's not one of your guys' projects, but I can still keep you in the loop on it, the Purple Heart Parkway. We're working through some of the punch list items to have that completely finished up in the very near future.
Okay. Yeah, there was a nice article about the Newcore Road and Bridge project. People ask me about the bridge project, and I have to remind them that it's more than just a bridge. And that's why it's a little more money than maybe some people anticipate. But I've had a few people inquire about it. I don't know if we'll have anybody show up, but be interesting to move forward with it. With that, I think it's really, anybody have anything else? DT?
Just the other thing on the water line, if you guys recall, we did get a grant, Ready 2.0 grant of $1.5 million for the water line, but it has not been through the final processing. It has, I'm not sure I told you guys this or not, in order for Ready 2.0 money to be spent in our region, we're in the Lafayette region now. Ready 1.0 funds in the Lafayette region have to be expensed at 65%, and the region's not there yet. They may be there in this month or next month. Once they get there, then they can, and then once they get done reviewing our documents, they can authorize us to get that fund, or that funding. We did an additional appropriation through the council to pay for that, 1.5 million, and then we'll reimburse the county back from that grant once we get it.
Have anything, Mindy?
I am on. I gotta stand on my tippy toes for this thing. I just, like Jeff said, we're kind of hashing through some stuff on the new core. Looks like we didn't divide that up quite right on the collections, but working with Jeff, so before we send out the updated ledger, I want to make sure those are all in there correctly. I also want to give you guys a little heads up on kudos that was given to you at the last auditors conference. Did you? I didn't find it. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it was Baker Tilly. I'll find out for sure and let you guys know. But Montgomery County was one of two development examples that were used on how to do things, and they talked about the new core and temper projects. So there was a lot of people there, obviously all 92 auditors, but there's also a lot of state representation there at those conferences, and you guys were really talked up. It was a very nice presentation. If I can get a hold of it, I'll share it with you. But I just thought you guys might want to know that you're being recognized.
That's a nice way to end the meeting, I think. So, anybody have anything else? Okay. Motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor? Thank you.